honored to be here with one of the senior political journalists of the entire country of India, Mr. Bhupedra Chaubey, who we had the pleasure of meeting yesterday. He was here as the moderator for one of the opening inaugural panels at this very historic event in Goa, India, where women, foremost thought leaders from around the world, have gathered to discuss some of the most important topics, from religion to domestic violence against women to racism, of course the economy. So tell me a little bit about how you got involved in the Women's Economic Forum, being that you're a man, and I know you're a famous journalist here.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing, you know? And I was thinking about this yesterday while we were doing the session, that this is the All-Ladies League. This is the Women's Economic Forum, and here is a man like me who's been asked to do the inaugural session.
Yes.
So yes, it was a unique experience for me. The organizers are dear friends of mine, and their pitch to me was simple. They wanted to create an event which showcases India as a destination for women's rights, for women's equality, where despite all the criticism which is often mounted against our country, men still think about women. And that's the view which they wanted to be echoed, which is why they asked me if I could do one of the sessions here. And when I looked at the list of panelists and the speakers and the spirit behind this forum, I thought if I could lend my 2 bits, why not?
And you did lend your 2 bits. You did a great job. You had a panel of some of the most foremost thought leaders from around the world. And this is day 2. And tell me your thoughts on what you've learned from the women that are here. I know that Dr. Harbin Arora and Vinay are your friends, and that obviously you thought highly enough of them, as you said, to be here. But having said that, being with your background in politics and being one of the foremost journalists here, also I know you have your own blog, and you've worked with New Delhi TV, having been with New Delhi TV, and now with is it India Broadcasting
That's right,
Network?
CNN-IBN.
Yes, and working with CNN-IBN. It's an honor to be interviewing you, and we'd love to just hear here at TTW-TV a little bit of your thoughts. We're here in the beautiful, it can't get any better than this. I mean, there's a breeze. It can get better, because earlier when I was interviewing someone else, it was so hot I couldn't breathe. But now we have the breeze. So you brought on the good weather.
Well, I brought on the good luck.
Yes, you did.
And therefore, every woman needs a man.
Yes.
So the Women's Economic Forum also
Yes.
needs men, right? You asked me about what is it that I take from the session that I did yesterday, or the session that I have attended between yesterday and today. I think the one thought which really comes to my mind is that there is so much to learn globally from women.
Yes.
I just think that often in whether we're journalists or in whatever field of life we are in, whatever walk of life we're involved in, I think often we do not understand the strengths that a woman brings to the table. One of the panelists who's here from Pakistan, Musharrat, I have literally been floored by the kind of experiences that she has narrated to us. Imagine for a woman like her to be working in Balochistan in Pakistan, which is one of the most dangerous areas of the world, for her to be working with people who are being trained as suicide bombers.
Crazy.
And for her to de-radicalize them, for her to have the inner courage, the strength to be able to do this, I think is phenomenal. I have interviewed pretty much every leader who exists in this country, prime ministers, chief ministers, union ministers. But the strength of conviction that I have picked up in these last 24 hours has been an exhilarating experience for me. I was telling Vinay and his lovely wife yesterday that next time when they do this event, it should not be the All-Ladies League or the Women's Economic Forum. It should be, frankly, the All Human Beings League. Because there's so much to learn and appreciate from each other.
Right.
There's this delegation from Morocco that has come here, delegation from Pakistan that's come here, delegation from Kuwait.
And the delegation from America.
The delegation
from America. Where's my sunglasses?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I just think it's been an enormously enriching experience for me as a journalist.
And I know that the woman that you're talking about, I can't even say her name, so say it again.
Musharrat.
She was so impactful yesterday on the panel, and I know that the media were all crowding around her after the session yesterday, because what she's doing is so courageous and so heroic. I think any woman that has traveled here from around the world is also courageous to be coming to this conference. And as you said, it's something that men can learn from too, and not just women. Absolutely. And I think, for example, earlier today, I was on one of the discussions There's pineapples down there. I was on one of the discussions in regards to the entertainment industry, since I work in the entertainment industry in Los Angeles, California, and it was fascinating to be with TV producers and directors from America and Pakistan and other countries that were talking about women in the media and how difficult it is for us as women. It doesn't matter what year it is. Here we are, 2015. Men still rock more than women. They still make more. There's no gender equality. And so in having the conference, it gives us an opportunity to uplift each other and to share. And like you said, you're learning so much. We're learning so much with 160 different sessions and speakers. It's amazing that we can even take it all in such a short time.
Absolutely. I just think that what is really required is, rather than making the obvious statements, listen, whether you're in America or in India or in Europe, the truth is that there is gender inequality, there is gender imbalance, and I'd be lying to you and your viewers if I was to say that India is a completely different country. It is not. Maybe our track record is as poor, maybe poorer in comparison to some of the other countries, but I think the key is that we need to, before we start looking at solutions, we need to identify the problem. You know what this Women's Economic Forum does for me? I think it just lists out some of the problems which exist in our attempts which have been made so far to bridge this gender imbalance. To my mind, the biggest takeaway from this Women's Economic Forum is that it is listing out problems. What is it you need to do?
Right.
I mean, I asked all my panelists yesterday, give me 3 suggestions. Give me 3 suggestions which you believe will make this world a better place to be in, will reduce this gender imbalance. The answers were answers which you will get, at most places, but that's the beauty. Shouldn't women also have equal access to education? Shouldn't women also have equal access to basic human rights, human values? Shouldn't women also have equal access to just the right to live? I think that these 3 basic factors need to be drilled in the minds of each and every single individual, not just here at the forum, but anywhere in the world. If this forum becomes the platform for raising an army of volunteers which can spread this 3-pronged message across, I think this forum would have gone a long way in just justifying its existence, frankly.
And Dr. Harbin already announced that this is the first ever historic making, but that it will be in Goa every year from here henceforth. So we know that it will be next year. So will you bring some of your male friends with you or some of your female friends for the next one?
No, I actually slightly disagree with your question, because why should you be thinking in terms of bringing my male friends or female friends? As I said that you should be thinking in terms of asking me, what kind of human beings am I going to bring?
Human beings, yes.
Dr. Harbin made a good point yesterday when she said that our blood group needs to be the same.
That's right.
The problem is that we often don't realize that, and I think it's a very deep statement which she made. Our blood group needs to be that of positivity. So when you ask me who I'll be bringing, I'm not looking at it, will I be bringing a male friend or a female friend? I'll be bringing in people who would have the same approach as positivity. That is what really appeals to me.
That's wonderful.
And that's what I intend to do next year around.
That's great. So what will you take home from the conference? I know we still have another day. I know that you were a panelist yesterday, and we're honored that you're here today, and hopefully that you'll be here tomorrow. The sessions continue on and into the evening with the plenary sessions with some of, I understand, to be some of the foremost thought leaders in political. So who are you looking forward to seeing tonight or tomorrow night that you know that's on the panel?
Frankly, because I deal with politicians all the time in my life, so I'm not really looking forward to.
Oh, okay. You like hanging out with the rest of us that aren't the politicians.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to listen to you. I'd love to listen to my friends from Pakistan. There are a couple of filmmakers from India. There is a guy called Madhur Bhandarkar, who has made some of the best movies about women's issues in India. He's made a fantastic film called Chandni Bar, which is about the life of a woman who becomes a bar dancer. Like in America, you have these bar dancers and pole dancers.
Right.
In India, we had this concept of bar dancers. So he made this lovely film. He's going to be speaking about his experiences, what he went through, about his understanding of the identity of a woman while making that film. That's a session that I'm really looking forward to. In one line, my thought that I would be taking away from this Women's Economic Forum is this: that I, on my own sake, on my own behalf, need to make one commitment to everyone out there, not just to myself, which is that every day, I must do one thing either for my wife or for my women friends, which no other man will do. What should that thing be? I do not know. I need to ask this question to myself on a daily basis, and I intend to do that because that's a commitment which I want to keep to myself.
I think that's amazing. And if you have any single male friends, let me know.
Sure.
So this is Bhupedra Chaubey here in Goa, India, speaking at the Women's Economic Forum, the Global Women's Economic Forum. Thank you for the honor of having a chance to interview you. I look forward to working with you across the country, across the world.
Sure.
I welcome you to Hollywood, California to meet when you're in town, and I'll look forward to connecting with you next time I'm in India.
Would be fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Won't say it's completely moved to that level as yet, but in fact I remember her telling me that, you know, you are in a position to save your country from becoming or going in the same direction, and those were very